What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a sensational Liverpool transfer news video because Jan Auger, third journalist who has great connections in Germany, he's working in German football. He is reporting that the Sport Bild newspaper has said that Jurgen Klopp has agreed with FSG, the Liverpool owners, to go all in on Jude Bellingham. Liverpool have made 100 million euros available for the transfer, but apparently, according to the Sport Bild newspaper, Dortmund will demand at least 150 million euros. But the owners, the Liverpool owners, finally it looks like they will back Jurgen Klopp in the transfer window. And I'm not sure if Dortmund would be even entertaining selling Jude Bellingham in January. But if Liverpool want to get Jude Bellingham, the most realistic time frame is next summer, and we absolutely have to finish in the top 4, and we also have to get to at least the Champions League semi-finals, something that I think Liverpool are capable of doing, on the showing that, you know, after that dreadful start where we got smashed by Napoli 4-1 at the start of the Champions League campaign, we have won 5 Champions League games in a row. And yes, Rangers not the strongest opponents, but Ajax are a pretty good team, and Napoli are one of the best teams in Europe, and Liverpool beat them convincingly last night, and that was one of the best Liverpool performances of this season. It wasn't like vintage, stellar, you know, blockbuster football, but it was a much improved performance from what Liverpool have showed against Nottingham Forest and Leeds United. And Jurgen Klopp instructed the whole Liverpool team to defend as a team, and not just 3 or 4 players, but the whole team needs to defend and be more compact, and that was the key to beating Napoli, and that is the key going forward. Liverpool can't have players like Jordan Henderson not tracking back in the 89th minute against Leeds United and not tracking the forward players as a defensive midfielder. And I think Joe Gomez should not start for Liverpool anytime soon until Konate is fit, and if Matip comes back into full fitness, Joe Gomez shouldn't start. But let's talk about this Jude Bellingham deal. So Jude Bellingham so far has 9 goals this season and also a few assists. He is having his best season to date with Borussia Dortmund, and he is right at the top of Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp's transfer shortlist. And of course we will expect some negotiations with our recruitment team with Borussia Dortmund, because we don't want to pay 150 million euros for Jude Bellingham. That's like 120, 130 million pounds depending on the pound-euro conversion rate. But there will be other big clubs interested in Jude Bellingham. Real Madrid, Manchester City, Man United, Chelsea, even maybe PSG would be interested. So we might need to offer blockbuster wages similar to what Mo Salah is earning. Mo Salah is on like 350, 375,000 pounds per week. We need to offer at least that to Jude Bellingham, which might disrupt a little bit the Liverpool, you know, wage bill, because Jude Bellingham is only 19 years old still, so he's still a young player, and Liverpool don't really give young players these huge wages right off the bat. What we usually do is get them in, like with Darwin Núñez. We paid a big transfer fee, like 75 million for Darwin Núñez, but we offered him very moderate wages, less than 100,000 pounds. And if he does well, and he's doing really well so far, Darwin Núñez has 7 goals so far this season, then we can increase his wages gradually every season, or every summer we could give him a new contract and increase his wages so he stays at Liverpool. If FSG and the FSG chief John W. Henry are serious about getting Jude Bellingham, then we need to get Bellingham, even if Dortmund ask for a little bit more than 100 million euros. We need to be flexible. We can't lose out on Jude Bellingham because of an extra 10-15 million euros, because the caliber of talent that Jude Bellingham is, that is the kind of talent that in midfield that Liverpool have been lacking for a long time. And also Jude Bellingham is a leader at heart. He's a future Liverpool captain. I don't think Jordan Henderson should be stripped of the captaincy right now, but next season I don't really want to see Henderson anywhere near the first team when it comes to starting games. I want him to be a substitute player and be a backup for Fabinho, and I want somebody else to take the captain's armband. Virgil van Dijk would be my candidate, but then Jude Bellingham in a couple of years, if he matures and becomes a leader in the Liverpool team, of course, if we sign him, then I really want Jude Bellingham to be a future Liverpool captain, maybe in 3, 4, 5 seasons, depending on how he grows and develops. And Jurgen Klopp said that the key to beating Napoli was that we were compact and we were very difficult to play against. And that's what we need to be. That's what we need to be going forward. That's what we need to do tactically. And we need to be even more compact against Tottenham, who are, buzzing after scoring a last-minute goal to beat, I think, Marseille away from home. After a dreadful first half, Tottenham turned the game around and they won the group. So Tottenham will be buzzing with confidence, but hopefully Liverpool will be buzzing with confidence as well. Heung-min Son had to be substituted with an injury, so he might miss the game on Sunday. And Jurgen Klopp said, you see a football playing side, Napoli, in all moments they could play out, so you saw immediately how good they are in one-on-one situations and collectively as well. But we did really well. We kept the spaces small, and all of a sudden we found challenges. All of a sudden we have the challenges, then we can win challenges. And this distance was there, a lot of good counter-pressing moments, good football moments. Second half, after the disallowed goal, it got a bit hectic, but in that few minutes we were not compact enough, and Napoli went for counter-attacks, but we could calm that down a little bit again, and then scored two really nice goals where we showed the right determination. And also we scored 2 goals from set pieces, and it was because of Darwin Núñez and Virgil van Dijk's area of threats, and we were first to the rebounds, which is really, really crucial. And Darwin Núñez had a great impact off the bench. He is becoming one of my favorite players at Liverpool. I want him to succeed so bad. After all the haters wrote him off and said that he is gonna flop, I'm loving it that he already has 7 goals this season, and his goals to minutes ratio is something around, like, he scores 0.7 goals in 90 minutes or something even better than that. So he scores 1 goal every 100 minutes or 110 minutes, something crazy like that. So he's basically growing into a goal per game ratio, 1 goal per game striker, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal if he can keep that up between now and the end of the season. I predicted that Darwin Núñez could score 30 plus goals, and some of you guys said I'm crazy, but already he has 7, and he started his Liverpool career very slowly. But if he gets going after the World Cup, hopefully no injuries during the World Cup, then he can really get at least 20 goals. That's my hope, that Darwin Núñez will get at least 20 goals. And of course, Liverpool had to rotate a little bit because we have 3 fit strikers, with Jota injured, Diaz injured. We started Curtis Jones on the left wing, which was a little bit unorthodox, but he did really well. Jurgen Klopp praised Curtis Jones, that he did really well in an unfamiliar position, and we saved Darwin Núñez to be an impact substitution, and that's exactly what he did. He got a goal and an assist in the last 20 minutes, which is really, really awesome. And James Milner's injury, we don't know a diagnosis yet. There will be further checks. He seemed to be fine just before Jurgen Klopp did his press conference, but of course the checks will come back, and then we will see whether James Milner will be out for a long time or not. And Jurgen Klopp said something very interesting after he was asked, what does he think about Liverpool beating 2 of the best teams in Europe right now, Man City and Napoli, but also Liverpool losing to teams like Nottingham Forest, Leeds United, no disrespect. And Jurgen Klopp said, we don't doubt the quality. I don't think anybody doubts the quality of this Liverpool side, but this is part of the problem, that we can put our best performances out against some of the big teams, but we don't show consistency against some of the smaller sides. The goal against Leeds United, where we conceded in the last minutes, it's an example for our situation. It's a situation where you have to defend with all the players, with all you have, but we are chasing the game even when it's around our 18-yard box, and probably nobody protected the box pretty much, because everybody thinks we have 3 players out there, we will win the ball. And he is referring to here Jordan Henderson and other midfielders not tracking back, because we already were thinking we will win the ball and then we can go on the counter attack. And that's a little bit the situation that we are in. So today or yesterday against Napoli, Liverpool had to take a step back, Jurgen Klopp said. We had to be more compact and defend with all we have, with all the players, and that's what we did against Napoli. We were really compact, really close to the challenges, and we showed the determination in the challenges that we have to show. We are Liverpool, we are a top team. Nobody forgot what we did last year. The boys didn't forget that, but it's now not important, really. I know people might get sick of it when I say it, but we really have to fight through, and in that moment then the football has a good chance to come back as well.